let's talk a little bit more about Byron, because I just feel like we should, even though I don't want to say he inherited this win, but certainly he front and put himself in position to win races, which he's done with increasing frequency here the last few years. This is his series leading third win. He's got Darlington, Phoenix, Las Vegas. He's never won 3 in a season before, and we're barely halfway through the regular season. So I know, like last year, Kyle, he was a trendy championship pick. I had him in my Final Four, but I feel like it's not going to surprise me at all if William Byron is racing for a championship in Phoenix this year.
Yes, not going to surprise me either. But and I don't know if you heard what he said in his interview. Talk about winning in that car and doing that stuff. And
because he was driving the Gordon car.
Because he was driving, and he said something to the effect of, I've been driving this car for a few years. I probably shouldn't have got in it as early as I got in it. You know what I mean? I can't remember how he worded it. It just caught me the way he said it, where it was like, I might have been in the deep end. You know what I mean? But now I'm catching up. And that's what I took from that comment. I'd have to go back and listen to it, but it just caught me, and maybe I misinterpreted it. But it was like, maybe I shouldn't have been in this car that quick. But I believe he should have, because listen, it's like and I spoke to Rick.
You told Rick Hendrick that. You told Rick Hendrick.
I told Rick that. Yeah, when Rick put him in the car, he said, and everybody was saying it's too early. And I said, I'm going to tell you the same thing my dad told me, and the same thing that we decided with Adam is, you're going to be a Cup driver, learn to race. Learn to race in Cup. Learn to race against these guys. Joey Logano's done it. William Byron is doing it. It's not a bad way to come. You take a beat in those first couple of years, but it's not a bad way to do. So, I think William is, and he kind of inherited this win. But if you go back to the first stage and the second stage, he's a top 3 or 4 car. He's coming. He's second. He's third. He's in the right place. His move. If you go back and look when those guys get in the wall, man, he's committed. He's in the gas and he's turning left, and he knows that's his opportunity. He's got to make it past that wreck. So I think he and Rudy, when he and Rudy came back together, and instantly it became William and Rudy's team. Before, it was somebody else's team. William was just driving it. You know what I mean? But then he got his people. I kind of compared a little bit to Joey Logano too. When Joey drove for Gibbs, it's like they put him in Tony's car, and it was Tony's crew and Tony's crew chief and Tony's car, and Tony could drive it. So you get in it and drive it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Joey was not successful. Right. He went to Penske, and they built a team of Joey Logano, and Joey Logano just flourished. He just thrives, and become an incredible driver. A couple of championships, 30-some wins. You look at it, he's 32 years old. Those are Jeff Gordon, Richard Petty, Kyle Busch numbers when you start breaking them down. So he's in a different category. People don't put Joey in that category, but he's in that category. William Byron's the same way. Once William was there long enough to establish his style, and they put him with people that he wanted to work with, and people that trusted him and trusted his ability, like Rudy did, and he trusted their ability, then they flourished, man. They have flourished. I thought he was going to be stronger at the end of last year than he was, because there were a couple of races towards the end of the year that he just put that car on his back and carried it the way Jeff used to carry it and make something out of nothing, the way Kevin Harvick carries the car. So yeah, I think he's in a position in a place, and you got to remember, I took a ton of heat when I said that William Byron was the future of Hendrick Motorsports, not Chase Elliott. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm not going to waver from that. I know Chase has won championships. I know Chase has won more races and does more stuff. But I think long term, when you look at it, William Byron is going to be the one that steers the ship and moves it in the right direction.
Yeah. Well, if you heard Chase after his top 5 today, he'd probably agree with you, because he was rather hard on himself for how he was getting through traffic. Of course, that's nothing new for Chase to be self-critical.
Yeah, I guess the old Chase is back. You know what I mean? Because that's the way he always was. You know what I mean? That's remember he'd run second and just belittle himself in front of everybody. You know what I mean? And I understand that. And if that's how he self motivates, that's fine. You know what I mean? It's hard to work for a driver like that or anybody like that who doesn't appear from the outside sometimes to believe in themselves enough. How can I believe in you if you don't believe in yourself? You know what I mean? And listen, he's got a long career ahead. He's going to win more races and maybe win more championships. I can't give it to him right now, but it may be because it's so tough to win championships in this format the way it is. But he's got to, he's got to break that a little bit.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.